Hello and welcome to Thursday's English. So hopefully you have been watching all week. You know that today we are going to start writing our letter to our friend or family member, reassuring them that things aren't so bad at Camp Green Lake, even if they really are. Okay, so we're going to be telling some fibs to our friends and family to pretend that things are okay at Camp Green Lake so that they don't worry about us. So the what for today then is to use informal language and contractions. We're also going to try and use some idioms so that we can reassure our friends and families. So rewind to start then. What is an idiom and how many can you name? Hopefully you have remembered what we talked about yesterday. So idioms are informal phrases that don't have a literal meaning. So they don't mean what they really say. Okay, so for example, one of them is an example of an idiom is it's a piece of cake. Oh, that test was a piece of cake. It doesn't mean a literal piece of cake. It means that that is something that is easy. Okay, so idioms are things that don't have a literal meaning, but we have a different meaning for them. So let's see how many you can remember from yesterday. Here are 3 of the idioms we looked at yesterday. Can you remember what they mean? So the top one then, we all had a whale of a time. And a whale of a time means something is fun. Second one is time flies. So that means that time feels like it's going really quickly when you're having fun. And the last one costs an arm and a leg. So that means that something is really expensive. Super. So hopefully you've also got sentences from yesterday in which you've used these idioms as well. So lots of you sent in your own idioms yesterday that you use or that your families use or that you'd thought of. Things like you're driving me round the bend means you're annoying me, or you made me see red. So well done if you thought of any of the idioms that you use. These are 2 that I thought also would be quite useful for our rights and also are ones that you might know what they mean. So we've got find your feet and the bee's knees. So what do I mean if I say, oh, you need to find your feet, or you found your feet? Or I might say, you'll find your feet soon. What do I mean? So if I said, oh, you'll find your feet soon, I mean you'll adjust to that new place or situation. You'll be comfortable soon. So at the minute, maybe something's a bit different, but soon you'll have adjusted to it and you'll feel much better about it. Second one then, if I said, oh, that's the bee's knees, what would I mean? So that would mean that something is excellent, something's really good. So, that's the bee's knees. Okay, that means that something is really positive. So if you can, challenge, try and use these in your rights today. Okay, let's get started then. Earlier in the week, we did our plan. So what I am proposing that we do today is we're going to write the addresses and the dates and the introduction. And we're going to write the first paragraph, which is the orange one about the lake. Tomorrow we will write the pink paragraph and the green paragraph and the kind of conclusion bit. So we'll write half today, half tomorrow, the whole time focusing on informality, contractions and idioms. Okay then, new page, write today's date. Let's get started. Right then, I have started off writing the address. Now, the way a letter goes is you need your address in the top right hand corner, and then the person you're writing to's address goes over here. So I've gone for tent D. You can have whichever tent you like. I've gone for Camp Green Lake. It needs to be Camp Green Lake, don't forget capital letters. You can make up another line of the address if you would like to. I've just gone for Texas because that's the state in America they are in, and then the date. I've gone for the short date because it's informal. Okay, on this side then, you are going to write the address for the person you are writing for. So I've gone for flat 21, Cedar Close. Cedar's a type of tree. This is made up, but I thought this sounded maybe quite legitimate for a name of a close potentially. And then California, because that's where we know Stanley's parents are. California. And then I'm going to go for a made up postcode there as well. Okay then, so once you have got address, what's the next thing you have in a letter? Well, you need some kind of thing to say hello. So I'm going to go for hey, and I'm going to write to mum. So I'm going to put hey mum, and then a comma. We need a comma after someone's name. You might want to go for hello. You might want to go for something completely different. Heya, maybe. You could put dear if you wanted to, but remember you're going for an informal tone. So it's not a dear sir or madam or a dear whoever this may concern, because that's really formal. You are going for an informal letter. So I've gone for hey mum, comma, you might want mum and dad. It's up to you. Okay, I'm then going to do just a couple of sentences here talking about, I'm sorry I haven't written, camp's been really good, I really enjoyed it, that kind of thing. Okay, so just doing 3, maybe 4 sentences explaining, sorry we've not written sooner, I'm really enjoying camp and I've just been too busy to write. Okay, so I will try and model this. It's a bit tricky because I'm having to hold my phone, unfortunately, to film this. So I apologise if this is a little bit wobbly. Remember, you've also got my waggle to get ideas from if you would rather watch that than a shaky camera. I do apologise. Okay, so I'm going to go for hey mum, and I'm going to start off with an apology that this is the first time I've written. So I'm going to start off with a contraction. So rather than I am, I'm going to go for I'm. Straight away, I'm setting that informal tone. I'm sorry, it's contracted, it is. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to write. But I've, again, contraction, not I have, I've, but I've been so busy at camp. Now I want to put something in about the fact that I hope she hasn't been worried about me, and I want to use an idiom. So I'm going to talk about how I've had loads of fun. So I'm going to go for a whale of a time. So I'm going to say, I hope you've, again, contraction, I hope you've not been too, so this is two with 2 O's. I hope you've not been too worried because, subordinating conjunction, because I've, with a contraction, I've been having a whale, don't forget whale's got a silent H, a whale of a time. There we go. Okay, there's my first paragraph. You might want to write a little bit more. I'll put a picture up of my waggle as well. So have a go now, pause the video and write your first paragraph, your introduction. Off we go. Right then, now you've had a go at your first paragraph, your introduction, we're going to write our second paragraph. And our second paragraph is all about kind of the general bit of the lake, really, okay, the part where the lake is. So obviously we know that the truth is that there is no lake, but our little fib that we're going to tell is that it's huge, it's glittery, we've been sailing, we've been snorkeling, we've been swimming, and we are going to use the idiom that going on the jet ski was so fun, semicolon, I had a whale of a time. So make sure you are using your plan, make sure you are using your idiom work as well. Okay then, here again is me modelling with the very shaky camera, I am sorry. I will model this, then I'll put the picture back up of my waggle if you would prefer to use that, and then you can have a go at writing your own paragraph. So this is all about the lake, it's about the activities on the lake, about how amazing it is on the lake, how fun it is, because obviously we're trying to sell the idea that the lake's really, really fun, even though obviously there is no lake at Camp Green Lake. So I've started off here with a linking adverb. So first of all, firstly, something like, I didn't want it to sound too formal. So I didn't go for firstly, but I've gone for first of all. I think this still sounds quite conversational. First of all, let me tell you about the lake. Okay, so I'm introducing the idea that this paragraph is going to be about the lake. It is, and then I'm going to put something in capitals here. So you could say, it is great, it is wicked, it is cool, it is huge. whatever slang that you know, that means great. Okay, so I'm just going to go for great and I'm going to put it in capitals. This is the only time I will let you use random capitals in your work when we're being informal. It is great. So I'm going to say I have been, and I'm going to list some of the things that I've been doing. So I have been swimming. It's a list, so I need what? A comma. I have been swimming, sailing, and snorkeling. Double L for snorkeling. I have been swimming, sailing, and snorkeling. Then I'm going to put brackets, which was what? What could I put here? So I'm talking about snorkeling. So I could say it was really fun, I could say it was awesome, or I could use an idiom, which was a piece of cake. There we go. So you can write a little bit about that. I'm also going to say tomorrow, comma, because this is a fronted adverbial phrase that's telling us when. Tomorrow, I'm hopefully going to go on a jet ski. And then I'm going to do semicolon, I'm contracted, I'm so excited. And I will end it with an exclamation mark. Okay then, so this is the last bit of writing for today. So have a go at your paragraph all about the lake. Off we go. Here we go then, here's the waggle if you'd prefer to work off this. I've highlighted the paragraph blue so it's easier for you to see which paragraph we are doing. All right then, once you have done your work, make sure you send me a photo so I can have a look at it. Well done for today. I will see you tomorrow where we will finish these off. Bye.